Well, hello to my lovely Facebookers. How are you all today? Today is Motivation Monday, and today we're going to be chatting about why you should smash your scale bar. Okay, a little bit of anger happening on a Monday. So as people are joining in, I will do my introduction. As you're coming to watch live, I would greatly appreciate it if you could share a little number. So if you're watching live, write a little number 1 in the comments below so that I know that you're here. I'd love to also know where it is that you're coming from. I'll happily give you a shout out. If you are watching this as a replay, would you go ahead and write the number 2 in the comments below? Because I'd really like to know if you're catching it as a replay. If you have any comments or suggestions or the occasional hell yeah, go ahead and put those in the comments as well. So if you are indeed catching me live for the first time or watching the replay, thank you so very much. My name is Lisa Barwise. I consider myself a wellness alchemist, which means I'm the kick-ass catalyst in the transformation of women around the world, strong of mind, body and character. I'm the creator of Warrior Goddess Kettlebell training and the Warrior Goddess body shape change programs, which we offer through our studio and online as well. So today we're going to be talking about this thing called smashing the scales. I've been having a lot of more consults in the last couple of weeks for both my online VIP clients and my studio-based members and VIP clients. And what I've noticed as a recurring trend is that women still are focusing on the scale as a form of measurement, okay? So we're weighing ourselves. We're weighing ourselves a lot. We're weighing ourselves kind of maybe even a bit obsessively. And I'm going to tell you today why weight loss should not be your goal and why you should actually get those bloody scales, get a big hammer and give them a good old beating, okay? There's nothing else to make you get some of that stress out. So we're talking today specifically about smashing the scale. So I'm going to give you a couple of the reasons why you should smash the scale. And then I'm also going to share with you a blog post that I've written that I've gone into this into more depth because I want you to really realize just how completely useless the scales can be for your particular goals. So let's get into it. So the first one that I want to talk about, which is the most important one, I think, is that your weight is going to fluctuate, okay? So you are going to have a fluctuation in your weight. And I think I shared this before on the Facebook page, that I can go 3 pounds between the morning weighing session and before I go to bed. 3 pounds of difference between the morning and the evening. Now, why is that? Okay, well, let me tell you, weight fluctuates because it is really sensitive to what we eat, what we drink, the exercise that we do, our hormones, where we are in our hormone or monthly cycles as females, and also what supplements we've taken, what condiments in terms of salt, sugar, all of that sort of stuff. So what you eat when does play a massive effect in terms of water weight, in terms of bloating, in terms of water weight and hormones as an effect of our hormones. It literally can just play havoc with you, okay? So it's not a good measurement for you to focus on weight when all of these things that are completely outside of your control can really mess with them, okay? So that's the first one. Muscle is more dense than fat. So this is where people get this slightly wrong, is they say that muscle weighs more than fat. This is not about weight, because a pound of muscle weighs the same as a pound of fat. It's a pound, that's the way that it is, but it is more dense than fat. So what that tends to mean is that it's tighter. So, you know, in terms of how it looks. So 5 pounds of fat can look larger than 5 pounds of muscle, okay? So 5 pounds of fat, I'm trying to show what I think, I've seen lots of pictures of what 5 pounds of fat looks like, and it's like this sort of size, whereas 5 pounds of fat of muscle can be about that. So it's a lot denser, which means it takes up less space. So therefore what you're seeing is weight loss or reduction of fat, but you won't necessarily see the building of muscle unless you lose that layer of fat over the top. So basically, sometimes when we stand on the scale and we see our weight going up, it can be as an effect of muscle gain, okay? And muscle gain is good. We want to build lean muscle. As women, we want to build lean muscle. As women over 40 specifically, we want to build lean muscle. And that's because it's going to keep our bones healthy, our joints healthy. It's also going to help us ultimately to lose more fat, because muscle is more calorie hungry than fat, which means it burns more calories in its resting state, and it is the thing that makes you look toned. So if toned is one of your goals, then this is what you need to focus on. Okay, does that make sense? The other one is, it can become an addiction, okay? This is what I see time and time again with my clients. And a lot of it is because clients have come from, and I'm not dissing the likes of Slimming World and Weight Watchers. I am not dissing them. They have their, I mean, I have done Weight Watchers in the past. I have a lot of clients who have come to me through Slimming World, and it does a very good job in helping people to learn how to, prepare meals from scratch, understanding the contents and ingredients of what goes in. However, it is still the diet mentality, and it's still about dieting to lose weight, to feel better. Now, there's massive amounts of downside with regards to the diet mentality, but which I'm going to cover in the next point. But the most important thing I'm trying to get across here is that we can become really obsessed with that number on the scale. If you're somebody similar to myself who's somebody who's quite obsessive or compulsive, an addictive personality, then this can be really, really damaging to your mental health. This can really mess with you in terms of not helping you be motivated, take you down into a downward spiral. If you don't see what you're expecting to see, it can really just be that little straw that kind of breaks the camel's back in a lot of ways too. The other thing I want to talk about is that it doesn't mean that you're unhealthy if you weigh less. Sorry, it doesn't mean that you're healthier if you weigh less. And also, weight loss is not what you're going for, okay? So this is the shocker. This is the shocker that most of my clients go, oh yeah, never really thought of this, is that when you think of weight loss, the physics terminology of weight loss is your mass is this size and you want your mass to be a smaller size. So you want to be of a lighter mass. So you want to weigh less. Does that make sense? Now, we all know that when you weigh less, and we've all been on a weight loss plan, and we've all been on a diet, and we've all lost a certain amount of weight at some point. But when it happened, it didn't come off the places that you wanted, generally, or it came off, but easily went back on again. Or when it did come off, it came off, but it didn't make your body look that toned or lean look that you were going for. So although it might have reduced certain areas to make you less of a mass in those areas, it could have made your legs look smaller, could have made your bum look smaller. It didn't tighten you, nor did it come off in the places that we want. I mean, we've all lost boobs and cheeks and a few other things in the pursuit of weight loss, okay? So what you're actually looking for is a thing called body shape change. Now, body shape change is where you are more in control of how you want your body to look. So it's about leaning yourself out, about still adding to those places you want in terms of the curves. It's whittling out that midsection. It's saying goodbye to your bingo wings. But it's also adding lean muscle and strength into the areas that we need, our shoulders, our legs, our glutes, so that it protects our back, all these sorts of things. And that is what body shape change is. So when you focus on body shape change rather than weight loss, you are more in control. You can build muscle, but in certain areas that you want to. You can spot train muscle, as we say, but you can't spot reduce fat. So you can't say, I want to lose fat off my midsection. It's impossible. What actually has to happen is you have to lose fat all over, and your body is in control of where that comes off. Okay? So what else do I want to say? So it's really important for you then, what do we focus on instead? And how can we use this to help us? So we want to focus on how you feel, and we want to focus on how you look, okay? So looking at how you look and feel is so, so important in body shape change, because guess what? This is what you're going for anyway. We think when we lose weight, we're going to feel a certain way. We think if we lose these pounds, we're going to feel better about ourselves, we're going to feel sexier, we're going to feel whatever. So if you focus on the feeling and how you look, it's a better measurement with how you're going, okay? It also means you're going to be less subjective in your critique of yourself as well. So it's going to help you to be more objective with what you are looking and feeling, if that makes sense. So it can help you to be more in control of how you feel, and it can also help you be in control of your own body. So if the stepping on the scale is making you feel bad, why would you keep doing it? That's like the definition of insanity, right? If the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. But if you're stepping on the scale and you're making you feel bad, why would you keep doing it, okay? If your goal is to improve your body, improve your health, improve your energy, wouldn't you focus on metrics that measure those rather than just the scale, right? So focusing on how you look, this is so important, because if you look in the mirror and you see what you like, okay, you like what you see, you think, okay, I'm doing really good here, this is starting to come in a little bit, I'm feeling a bit tighter, I'm feeling stronger, feeling more energetic, and then you step on the scales and it tells you put on 3 pounds. Why would you listen to the scales when you can see that you look leaner, that you are feeling better and more energetic and more in control? Why would you let that dictate to you? So this is why we use progress photos. So progress photos are so important, because if your goal is now body shape change, which it should be, how do you know if you've achieved your goal? But other than looking at your body shape changing, right? So you need to be able to, again, be a bit more objective in being able to look at yourself through progress photos and notice the changes. And that's when it becomes really exciting. When you start to see the changes, when you start to look at yourself and go, oh, that is getting tighter. Oh, somebody mentioned, look at your lovely arms, look at your lovely shoulders. All of these things will motivate you, okay? These will keep you going. This will make you feel good. It will also help you to begin to look at your body not just as something that you don't like, or as that, there's that wobbly bit and there's that. You'll learn to be able to see the changes from an objective point of view, and helping you to distance yourself emotionally and build a stronger body image and basically through self-love. When you start to accept it, when you start to see the changes, when you start to like to see the changes, then you'll move in closer and closer to loving and accepting your own body as well. So, first of all, we all know that it doesn't determine our self-worth. The numbers on the scale have got nothing to do with how we are as a person, as a woman, but it can also ruin your day and your motivation. So if you are seeing results, if you're starting to notice things tightening, and then you're getting lovely compliments from people at work, and you're feeling more energetic, why would you then go and ruin it by jumping on the scales and it telling you, oh, you've put on 1 pound, oh, how terrible, and that's what happens. We listen to what the scale is, because that's the measurement we've been told, and when it says bad things to us and things that we don't want to see, we let it ruin our motivation, and then we use that as a reason to self-sabotage and eat the cake and drink the wine and not go and work out, and it just is a non-ending spiral of craziness that goes like that. So it focuses only on negatives and not on positives. In fact, it completely obliterates all of those lovely non-scale victories that I've talked about. The more energy, the ability to run around after your kids, the ability to not feel embarrassed or ashamed when you're on the beach or in the swimming pool with your kids, the ability to feel empowered and confident and more sexy in your body and how your body feels. All of these things are negated when you step on that scale and see something that you weren't expecting or didn't like, right? So why would you let that have control over you? And then the last thing I want to talk about is freeing yourself from this. So what would you focus on instead? When you free yourself from the scales, I couldn't even tell you how much I weigh right now. No idea. Not a clue at all. And I don't care, because for me, I notice when, I need to tighten up more, or I notice when things are going well based on how I look in the mirror, and then the clothes that I wear on a regular basis. The leggings or the jeans. You can start to feel when things get tight or when they loosen up, or because again, they could get tight for other reasons. For me, it was trying to overcome the fact that my legs were getting stronger and more round, my bum was getting more round, that some of my clothes weren't fitting previously because I was such a a small little skinny size 8, whereas now I'm a more rounded and curvier and stronger size 10. And that's the other way for you to look at it, is sometimes body shape change can take you up as well as down, and that's why we need to get our head in the game with regards to that. So measure yourself with tape measures, measure yourself with your favorite clothes in terms of dress sizes, can also do that, your favorite jeans, your favorite dresses, notice yourself in leggings, and take progress photos. So even if you don't send them to your trainer or to me or to anybody that you're working with, for yourself, so you can notice the changes. I've gone back and looked at photos that I took actually a year ago, and I'm actually about to take some more photos just so I can compare, and I now have that to compare against that. I can see how my body has changed over the last year. I have photos from the year before that, then I can actually see how my body has changed and increased, and also how exciting that can be and how motivating that can be to make me want to keep going and for the progress to become motivating and exciting. So if you're somebody who's been like, okay, I get you now, how do I deal with water retention, that weight, or how do I deal with that? That shouldn't be the question. The question should really be, I need to focus on body shape change. So what are the things that I need to focus on to do that? How do I measure my success in body shape change? You measure it through your tape measure, through progress photos, so through certain clothes that you wear. And then also changing the mindset from trying to be perfect. Like, if only I lose 5 pounds, then I'd be happy. If only I lose 7 pounds, then I'll be happy. It's important for you to strive for progress, not perfection. So if you are feeling stronger, that's progress. If you are feeling more energetic, that's progress. So switching your mindset, helping you to focus on body shape change, and smashing those scales will really help you to stay motivated and to achieve your goals. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this article down below so you can access that. If you're somebody who also wants to celebrate, I think it's got a wee bit dark in here, let me just open this up a wee bit. If you're somebody who also wants to celebrate those non-scale victories, if you do want to see changes in your body shape, but also in your energy, in your mood, in your focus, in your empowerment, then you can help by joining or getting involved in our Strong is the New Sexy Challenge, or Sexy Strong Challenge as we're calling it, which starts on the 11th of March. It's open to all of my lovely goddesses at the studio, of course. It's free for our VIP members. For everybody else who wants to get involved, there is a small fee. It's £1 per day, but you get access to our special Facebook group, our accountability trackers. If you are somebody who's not local to us, you'll get access to my online program, which helps you with kettlebell workouts specifically. So you can do them from home, which is where I started. But the most important thing is you have that motivation, that being part of something, being part of a group working together that support each other. We share, images of our workouts, of our successes, of our food, of how things are going in this Facebook group with our hashtag #ItHappened for that extra accountability, and you can be a part of that too. So I'm also going to drop a link below with regards to getting involved in the challenge. You just need to go to warriorgoddesskettlebelltraining.com/challenge, and you can either find which option you need, either sign up for your challenge pack or register first and then sign up for your challenge pack. And we're getting kicked off on the 11th of March, and I cannot wait. So if you are keen to get involved in our next challenge, go ahead and do that. Other than that, you can read the full article about why you need to smash the scales, and I'd love to hear any comments from you in terms of how the scales have impacted you. Are you somebody who would, weigh themselves a lot? Are you somebody who's quite obsessive with weighing themselves? Does that concept of throwing out the scales even scare you? Or do you think you're going to feel really liberated by that? So let me know, get in touch. I look forward to connecting with you. Put any comments below, reach out to me via PM. And if not, I look forward to seeing you this time next week for Motivation Monday. Enjoy your week. Peace out.